such an asshole.
Hessel Consulting. Short list to save time. Dad owes me $20,000, most of which is student loans I took out on top of Pell Grants. I had to use the refund to pay for my little sister's school. Why are you paying? All right, these are problems in the past. They're not. It's done. It's done. That was a mistake. You never pay. You don't give family members money. Period. Fuck them. Fuck them. You don't help them for shit. Period. That's what the government's for. All those baby boomers voting in Democrats and all the socialism we can. And your younger age, so did Barack Obama. Oh my God, Jimmy. Well, fuck them. You need money? There's the government. Go get a fucking government check. Fuck you. He never paid me back and then used it for other things and trashed a bank account I stupidly let him use. All right, you admit you're wrong. Mother, lazy, Facebook, and Vicodin? Vicodin, is that it? Addict. Both divorced. Had to drop out of college due to a combination of the actions of my father and dealing with a now failed business venture. Now live with dad and his girlfriend. I make about $1,600 a month and only pay about $500 required expenses. At this rate, in the next 7 years, I will have my bachelor's and be attempting to move to Japan. Unfortunately, I will be 30 when I graduate. After I save some money, going to work part-time to get more out of FAFSA when I go back. After I save some money, going to work part-time to get more out of FAFSA when I go back and get certifications to use for college credit, saving a ton of money. Also will be using my dad's debt to me to strong arm him into giving me money so I can go to school without work. Dude, your dad doesn't have the money. Your dad's a loser. Don't know if you picked up on that or not. God, what I had another guy, his family wanted him to sign on mortgage or loans, and he says, I don't want to lend him money because the company's debt-ridden. It's like, well, if the company's debt-ridden, that means they're not making money and they're not going to pay you back. Matter of fact, I wouldn't pay out about $500 in required expenses. I hope none of that's rent to your dad. I'd be like, I'm not paying you. By the fact, I'm staying here for the next 20, for the next 40 months. Is that right? 20, 40. Yeah, for the next 40 months I'm here. 3 years and change. I'll be living here rent-free. Then you'll be free of your debt. Then he might just kick you out. Then moving back in with him while I work to avoid some bills. Paid down. God, dude, you have got to... I know you tried to put this bullet point, but this is confusing as fuck. Also will be using my dad's debt to strong arm him into giving me money so I could go to school without working, then moving back in with him while I work to avoid some bills, pay down my loans. You need to use commas, guys. Not a big grammar guy, but you need to use commas. And have the moving money for moving to Japan. What are your thoughts on this? P.S. My parents went from don't work, focus on school in high school, which thanks to them took me an extra year and a half going from school to home and back to go get a job, and we need to borrow some money. I'm currently 25. Video response, please. I say, well, what are you studying in college? Have you had your IQ tested? Why Japan? What are you fluent in Japanese? Say you're majoring in network engineering. Good. You're currently learning Japanese. Good. They did some testing in high school. Don't know if they tested my IQ. They said I have Asperger's, though. Well, see, for once I'm actually going to agree with them because your writing syntax was all over the fucking place. It was good up front with the bullet points, and then it just farted. So you might actually have some slight... Because if you're majoring in network engineering and you're learning Japanese and you're working, I don't know how much of an impairment is, but you need to fucking focus and use commas. Not just pat people on the head that told you that this entire... I don't know if it's Asperger's. It's just you need to communicate better. Period. You want to go to Japan for cute chicks, better schools for the kids I want. I'm the last of my line. Got to make sure that they are taken care of. Escaping political correctness. This country is doomed. Also, my genetic background is poor, so going somewhere far away gives my kids a better chance of not dealing with the genetic crap I have to, as someone from, say, Japan's genes may force the bad genes to become recessive. All right, this is assuming you can even get a girl. Let's leave that down the road. We're going to worry about marriage down there. All right, so your question is, after I save some money, going to work part-time, More of FAFSA. Isn't FAFSA? Hang on. Isn't FAFSA the loan application? Free application for federal student aid is a form that can be prepared annually by current and prospective college students in the United States to determine their eligibility for student financial aid. FAFSA should not be confused with the CSS profile, which is also required by some colleges. The CSS is a fee, but my God, all these fucking government programs. You guys wonder why college is so expensive. Types of financial aid. Pell Grant. Okay. Stafford Loan. Loan. Work-study program. All right, so this is an income. This is not like... I mean, it's fungible. The funds are fungible, but a lot of this is going to go straight to your tuition bill. Going to work part-time. Get more out of FAFSA when I get back. Get certifications to use for college credit. Saving a ton of money. Okay? If I read this correctly, you're going to apply for FAFSA, and then it's going to qualify you for various forms of financial aid. 3 of the 4 of which are loans. You're not going to save a ton of money. You get to pay those back. So that's flaw number 1. If I read this correctly. Also, I'll be using my dad's debt to strong arm him into giving money so I can go to school without working. Good luck getting it out of him. Even if you could strong arm him and load him up with enough guilt that he'd want to pay you back. If he ain't got the 20 grand, he ain't got the 20 grand. Then moving back in with him while I work to avoid paying down some bills, pay down the loans, having some moving money for moving to Japan. All right, so you're going to go back to school. You're going to move back home, work, pay down your debts, and work up a war fund to go out to Japan. What are your thoughts on it? Overall, it's fine. Yeah, go apply for FAFSA. Get as much student aid as you can. Keeping in mind you're going to have to pay back those student loans. You could try your best with your dad to get him to pay back the money. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think you would be able to live with him for free. So you save on rent. That's how he can pay you back. And you'd even be able to tell him that. Me, personally, I'd be like, where's my 20 grand? Kind of a Stewie Bryan sort of thing. I'm like, where's my 20 grand? Oh, really? You don't have it? Oh. Well, you know what? I'm going to get free rent for the next 3.5 years while I'm here. And then I'll be moving to Japan. I don't want to hear no fucking shit. That would be me. And then you have to be prepared for your dad to kick you out. Then you'd have to be prepared to go sue your dad. And now you've made this very complicated. So 90% chance you can just say, Dad, you mind if I live here since you're not going to pay me my money? You know, I can work it off then. And then maybe, okay. Because then he doesn't have to pay you. He already has to pay for the house. And then you're moving to Japan. I think it's an okay plan. What I would do in between is I would actually go and visit Japan before you go. Now, you may have done that, but you are going to a completely different culture. And I don't mind Asian culture. I've never been to Japan, but based on the people I've interacted with, actually I dated a Japanese girl from Japan, not of Japanese descent, briefly. Nice, polite, kind, smart. Shit ton of debt over at that country. Hardworking, and all these other well-deserved compliments and pros. But it is a completely different culture. It's Eastern culture. It's Oriental. It's not Occidental. It's East. It's not West. And I don't know if you're going to integrate that well. I know some people that have, but you will be a gaijin over there no matter what. Look it up. So I would go there first. I mean, it's very densely populated. And again, these not bad, just completely different, and you may not integrate well with the culture. So I would definitely go and travel to Japan before you decide you want to move there. Now, it won't be the end of the world. If you're going to learn Japanese, it'd be fun to go there, maybe work there a little bit, and it's not going to be the end of the world because you're going to have yourself a good certification, network engineering. So you can come back to the United States anytime you want. But I would not be thinking, you're 7 years out from graduating. And you already have it in your mind. Well, then I'll go there and I'll get married and then I'm going to have kids and the genetics. You sound like an American careerist feminist woman. Well, I'll go and get my bachelor's and then I'll travel around Europe. So that'll put me at 23. And then I'll come back and I'll get my master's degree. That'll put me at 25. Now I'm going to have to go and work. And then I probably want to travel a little bit more. So that will put me at 32. And then at 32, 4 months and 23 days, I'll find John. His name is John, but he'll go by Jean because he's French and he's 6'3", eyes of blue, and a penis this big. And that's his girth. And he's going to be loving and caring and charming, and we'll get married that very next second. Then I'll have my 2.1 kids, and then after my 0.2 kid is fresh out of my hoo-ha, then I'm going to ship them all after they can run off, and I'll get my doctorate. And then I will have a nanny, and your timing there on the dating may not play out the way you'd like, all right? Japanese girls may not like you. Their parents may not like you. For no good reason at all, other than that you're not Japanese. So I would not worry about that. Right now it's good, yes, get your engineering degree. Start learning Japanese. Go to Japan, check it out. But I would not put my entire happiness and future banked on marrying a Japanese girl, living in Japan, having a half white, half Japanese child that will counter whatever genetic issues you may have. So it's on your core part, it's fine. But me personally, I'd strong arm my dad for as much money as possible, take the money, or live at home for free. And I don't know why it's taking you 7 years to get your network engineering degree. I just go and double up or whatever. I don't know where your money's going or what you're paying. You could go cheaper online or community college someplace. Find out if you can find it cheaper. But yeah, in network engineering, presuming computer network engineering, you go get your CCNA and your what else? All the other acronyms. You don't even necessarily have to go to college for that. So that's what I'd recommend. Okay, that's it. You guys got questions, Captain's got answers. AssholeConsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.